Welcome to the temple of Lulu Mystique. Leave your worries at the door. This isn't just a reading, this is a remembrance, a spiritual transmission to uncode what they buried and recode what you were born to be. Whatever resonates is for you. Come holy, come hood, come as you are. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi guys, you're here with Lulu Mystique. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Guys, you know what? That love energy from yesterday's reading, it's still kind of like doing its thing, right? But in and amongst all of that, there, as soon as I started to shuffle up my cards, all I could see was like the matrix, you know, the codes in green, right? And then I was hearing Men in Black, the song by what's his name, Will Smith. And the cards that have come out, it's just, it's, do you know, the message is like, keep your foot on their necks, like you are pressure. We've got golden ratio here. So it's this, I want to say like a rebalance and unification of your energy fields right now, where you are really embodying who you are. All right. You are creating a lot of inspiration and awe throughout the ethers. I want to say even throughout the algorithms, like you are one of a kind. You are one of one. You are the one. Do you understand? And it's like your ability right now to manifest multidimensionally as well. Like you're attuned right now. Okay. And it's, how can I put it? A lot of people are probably taking your kind of shyness as a weakness or your quietness as a weakness, but it's actually your strength. And I'm being guided by like the color black right now as well. I don't know if it's the lyrics of Men in Black where he speaks of like the good guys dressed in black and we see things that you don't see. Okay. But it's like, you are that being that can see beyond the realms. You can see through the realms. And this quality is 9 times out of 10 shunned down on, you know. And when you start to speak of these things, it's applying pressure to make people think outside of the conscious realms of what we are being taught. Okay. So there's this energy here as well where you have been resting. Okay. I'm seeing this image of like a golden snake with wings, all right? And it's an infinity loop. And the energy is saying like you had to rest in a certain cycle for a moment in time. I know this might sound weird, but you had to sit there in order to integrate certain life lessons for you to be the shining star and the beacon that you are becoming. Now, as always, as we rise, I always say it, new levels, new devils, right? But it's like there's this kind of stalking energy that's happening. Something is being very intimidated by your glow up, by your flow, your rhythm. I don't know why I said ribbon. Maybe that is, I don't know. But it's like they want to be confrontational with you. But rather than doing it like face to face or bar for bar, yeah, it's like they're doing it through shadow. Okay, so they are projecting. And I'm also hearing like copycat energy. And the reason why they're doing this is almost like to mess with your perception of reality. Like these people like to do things in a subtle nature. You know, like that kind of saying where you've got 2 kids at a table, one will kick underneath the table, and then the person that goes swinging above the table looks like the troublemaker. It's that kind of energy. But do you know what? This is your blessing because it means you're doing something, you're changing something, and people are waking up to who and what you are. Okay, so there is going to be that kind of, like I said, that copycat energy that comes in, and it's like they want to. Coming for you is actually a conflict of interest for them. It's weird because it's like you're an inspiration to them, but at the same time, it's this, I don't know, it's like they don't want to see you rise, but you need to rise because if you don't rise, they're kind of stuck at the same level because they need you to copycat from. Does that make sense, right? But either way, like you're feeling very safe. You're feeling very safe. And again, you've got this protective bubble that is shielding you, and like spirit is saying that you are not alone through this, but spirit wants you to really keep how can I put this, watch your thoughts at this moment in time, not in a bad way, but you need to identify the energy that's coming in as to whether it's yours or not. So if you are having like moments of self-doubt or kind of feeling like what you're doing isn't worth it, this is a projection of this energy okay, that wants to mess with like your third eye portal is what I'm seeing. Your third eye is extremely powerful. You are a visionary. You are a master at manifesting, okay? And I'm also being guided to say like meditation, and not meditation in the typical sit down, legs crossed and or it's your meditation is different. Like, you like to dance and flirt with the universe. So whether it's dancing in your kitchen, whether it's just, you know, singing a song, this is a way of connecting with spirit and the Most High, your angels, your ancestors, your guardians. You're not meant to follow the status quo of what we've been spoon-fed into what spirituality is. Okay, you're very sensitive, but you're very enigmatic at the same time. And it's not like, I always see a lot of gold when I'm speaking of success, but it's more than that. It's like this kind of holographic diamond. I wouldn't say diamante, but no, that's their energy. Diamantes are like fake diamonds. You are like that diamond where the light comes in and you just radiate this kind of rainbow happy energy. Okay. Also, you are creating an element of tranquility, rest and harmony for yourself, even though you're putting in the work. All right, you're really putting in the work, but you're finding that balance within yourself. Okay, now with this other energy that's trying to like create conflict and this kind of intimidation, stalking energy, it's crazy. Like, if you see the cards that have come out, and all they're trying to do is keep you locked into this false narrative of self. Okay, it's like, it's sickening, but it's very funny. Like, once you know the games that are being played, you know how to transcend them. Okay, so again, like this card says, be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Okay, 9 times out of 10, it's projections from other people, their thoughts, their lack thereof, that they want to then project onto you. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Stop listening to your ego-based story or the projection-based stories that people have told you that is laced with falsehoods and old conditioning. For every negative thing you say, counteract that by saying 3 positive words. See the truth of who you are, which is wise, magnificent, and radiant. Okay, and then we've got, again, this energy of like really stepping into yourself. So we've got, well, balance is needed. So make sure all your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. Okay, if they are out of rhythm, then the other is sacrificing and can't sustain it. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. So know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways. We've got creativity. So it's like this new lease of life and like really owning who you are, not just in the physical world, but the position you play in the spiritual world. It's kind of unlocking. I'm hearing like Thanos and the Infinity Stones, like you're unlocking different elements within yourself, especially when it comes to your creativity. Like, your mind works in such a beautiful way. And I'm also being guided to tell you, like, Jay Dilla Beats, I hope I got that name right. Like, this guy was creating beats, like, rest his dear soul, because he's on the other side now, but the beats he used to create were never like really in sync the way normal music was. There was this kind of ethereal sound to it where you'd find a key in the most weird place, but it's a vibe and it really speaks to your soul. So maybe listening to some of his music may help to awaken like dormant treasures and gifts and creativity that you have. And I'm hearing, especially if you write poetry or you write songs, that could really help you. Right, so with the creativity card, it's one of the ways the divine wants to connect with you is through creative expression. Okay, so it gets you out of your busy mind to feel, listen, and know how best to flow the energy through you. You're being called to tap into your creative side, to connect and discover more talents, just like what I said. So be open to the process and let it flow without judging yourself. So I know sometimes when we become, you know, when our creativity is our business, there is a certain element of pressure that comes to be producing the same quality of work every single day. And then, you know, probably being a perfectionist as well. You're very hard on yourself and thinking that what you've just produced isn't good enough. But it is, okay? There are people out there that really want what you have to offer. And again, it's given me that whole energy of Neo, like, face your fears, like face the shadow, face your Mr. Smith, right? Punch through that motherfucker, right? And absorb what you need, right? Because sometimes, again, we have to interact with the darkness to a certain level, but really it's there to encourage us sometimes and pull us through. All right. And it's not until Neo does that and he absorbs that energy, he realizes he was running from nothing, really, you know. So he had the power within all that time, and he was just relentless. And when he stepped into that energy field that he naturally possessed but was afraid of, we then had the next movie where my man's all flying through the sky like Superman. Yeah. And I know I use a lot of movies because it just lightens the energy, but it shows us like the potential that we have. All right. So you've got spiritual guidance at this moment in time as well. So yours, again, this card came out. You are not alone. So your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and to help you evolve into your authentic self. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open yourself up to them. Meditation and asking for signs are a great way to deepen your connection. I'm reading without my glasses, so oh my God. And again, Spirit is saying, like, we've got taking the leap and passion ignited. We've also got nature therapy, dreams realized, and letting go. And letting go is the key here. Like, even for me, right? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to share a bit of a story here. Normally this time of year for me is so horrible. I hate this time of year. This is a time of year where I tend to have a lot of family deaths. Even things that have happened in my past. And it's like there's always this trigger this time of year where I kind of disappear or go within myself, and you're fighting with a lot mentally. And this year I've learned to let go of it. Like, I've had to face these imprints within me, like, head on. And I've literally had to, like, find the origin point within me as to why this time of year has always felt so shitty for almost like the past 20 years of my life. And when I sat down and found, like, that origin point, I had to sit with the little girl within me and say, oh my gosh. And sometimes, like, the nature that we have, we don't realize exactly what the hell we have been through, because no matter what, we always get up and go. We always find a way. And then you have friends and family around you saying, oh my God, he or she is so strong, so resilient. And it's like you're tired, but you always have this like internal flame to keep on going no matter what. Like, you may sit down for a moment in time, you may cry it out, sometimes even slipping into depression, but you always rise. And even when I'm going through my own dark moments, I always say, like, when you're at the bottom, the only way is up. So it's like, how long do you want to sit at the bottom for until you're ready to rise? And again, even with me, I have to put measures in place for myself. So it's like, if I'm having a bad day or something is triggering me, I give it 3 days and I'm like, right, I'm not doing this anymore. And maybe that might be a message for someone who needs to hear that. But there is a turning point. There is this axis, you're fucking with the algorithm of life by doing the total opposite of what you normally would do, you know. So letting go. So this cycle has ended and it's time to let go. The cycle has ended and it's time to let go, to experience new growth, okay? And it's vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation, to make room for new things to enter. So go within to find what is basically what I just said, right? To find what's holding you back. Change is necessary in this situation. And again, this has been happening through your spirit team as well. So they've really been kind of encouraging you to step into your true power and your true potential, and realize that the things you fear, they're only as big as they are because it's like you think about it so much, you've made it bigger than what it really is, you know. And sometimes that fear it's that access point into the new version of you. You have to walk through almost like the eye of the needle, is what I'm hearing, to realize actually this is quite easy, and you will find your own natural flow. All right. So again, Spirit is saying to take the leap. Okay, you've had to let go of this. You need to let go of this for you to really accelerate. And again, all I'm hearing is keep your foot on their necks. You are pressure. That is all I'm hearing. And then Why are we bringing this energy in? Like the stuff I watch, I watch like an array of stuff. I'm also hearing what's that girl from P Valley? M-I, crooked letter I, humpback I, crooked letter I, Mississippi, right? I don't know why that energy's coming up, but it's like, if you know her story in that, like she was she was in a violent relationship, right? And her face was beautiful. And that was her money maker. So it's like, even though she had to escape that, which she eventually did, but it kind of ended quite, but she was trying to escape it. And that's when her glow came back. She had to let go of that situation. She had to realize the power of herself and the beauty that she possesses to make the life that she wants. And there was a moment where she was doing the do, like she was making money. She was out there. She was known, like she blew up. She was like a viral sensation at one point, and it's like, whatever is trying to hold you back is trying to hold you back so you don't reach your full potential, but you have to let go of it and move on anyway. So you need to take that leap of courage, okay? It can be scary, but you have to have faith in yourself and the universe, and especially if you want to experience that next level of success, because sometimes just by turning the key and saying, okay, I'm done with this old lifestyle, there is so much waiting for us on the other side. And it's again, that whole energy of success, love, happiness, wealth, like becoming, blossoming into the superstar that you are. Right, we've got passion ignited. So it's like, throughout this journey, and really kind of going 10 toes down on yourself, like you're igniting do you know what it is I'm feeling? For some of you, there may have been like failed businesses that you have, and I'm being guided to say, look back at the blueprint, because every failure is a key to your success, because then you know what to fine tune. So go back and look at your plans or what you was making. Do you need to redesign something? Do you need to look at it from a different perspective? Is it a different color that may make it pop more than what it was doing before? But you need to home in on something, is what I'm picking up on. And also I'm hearing that there were businesses that it could even be a business that you was trying to do with somebody, but for some reason it was like they wanted to take the forefront of this business, even though it was your own intellectual creativity or your own intellectual property, so to speak, that was powering this business. And without you, like, it doesn't work. And I'm feeling this kind of, again, this hoarder energy of really wanting to be attached to you through what you could do. All right. And I'm also hearing like this, whatever it was, it's like disintegrated at the moment, but you need to go back and look at it, and you need to reignite your passion for it. And I'm also hearing that, again, and this could be, I'm hearing so many different like circumstances as to why this business failed. For some of you, especially if you have been in, toxic relationships, it could have been the partner that you was with, or the environment that you was in, the people that was connected to this person, where again, they were siphoning your light. They could see what you were doing. They wanted to rebrand your stuff as their stuff, but it could never work because you was the source for whatever it is that you was creating. And I'm also seeing like there was somebody, whether it was the partner or someone in that community, that really, they were pretending like they were there for you to help promote you and push you, but really they weren't. They were using that energy for their own selfishness, And I'm also hearing like, especially if you're a female, and I'm hearing like if you was in is it beauty? Yeah, in the world of beauty. So if you was creating creams and stuff, and your ex-partner was using this to kind of like talk to other women, and that really threw a spanner in your work, because you kind of connected the dots and saw what was happening, and like no sales were happening, but this man was always out pretending that he was promoting your stuff. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know why this is coming up, but all of that has been let go. This energy, and I'm also hearing you was probably creating this out of a survival mode to ignore the reality of what was happening around you. And since you've come out of that situation, you just kind of let everything go. You let everything go and you said, right, I'm done. I don't even want to look at this potential money maker, because it carries a lot of scars and trauma for me. But you're in a position right now where the healing work that you've done, you're going to be walking back into that, because you may have met that gift in trauma, but it's actually a key for you to progress. There's something special about what you do, again, what you're making, that the world needs right now. So revisit it. I mean, do it in small chunks, obviously, because you don't want to re-traumatize yourself, but just look at it as though your hands are your gifts. Like, your hands are golden, right? And whatever you do, it will be done correctly this time. And because you're in control of all arenas of this business to begin with, you can promote it how you want. You can promote things. You can, even if you're just doing it small to begin with, like, that's okay. But you're not going to be having the energy of others wanting to siphon your creativity. And don't get me wrong, that copycat energy is still there. So they're probably going to see you doing what you're doing and being like, bet, I'm going to match that. Okay, but your frequency, your vibe, everything about you is different, you know. And again, it's that energy of one. You're one of one. You're one in a lifetime type of person. And if they fumbled you, like, kick rocks, that's their business, right? So your passions, again, your desires, they're being ignited, and you're stepping into what is feeding your soul and what gives you joy. Okay, so make room for this in your life, and the universe will respond to you. Okay, and it will create opportunities for you that will support your soul, your purpose, your passion. I'm also hearing, don't be surprised if you have somebody contact you on social media because they want to work with you, or they want to give you an opportunity or a platform to, like, really display who and what you are. Okay, it's going to feel so different as you shift into this, but stay grounded. And I'm sensing that there is a groundedness in your approach to life right now, naturally. So it's like you're not allowing small things to, like, move you or throw you off your focal point at this moment in time. So again, as I've said that, we've got the grounded card that's come out. So use nature as your therapy. Speak to the wind, you know, put your feet on the soil, like barefoot, like ground yourself. Okay, and again, it's giving that whole electromagnetic energy of give and take from you and the universe, just being grounded, barefoot. I'm also seeing rain as well, like, cry your emotions out in a bath if you have to, you know. So much fire. The elements always come through, and it's like, again, it's giving, like, that whole, again, that Neo vibe of, like, your dreams realized, like Matrix Revolutions. I don't even know them in correct order. Reloaded Revolutions. Like, you're really understanding who and what you are. You're really empowering that. You're you're in your shades and your black cloak. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, I know who I am, and you can't move me out of this energy ever again. You know, but again, be aware of your third eye, your crown chakra, because again, these people like to play mind games or send energy to your crown and third eye chakra to make you feel like, I can't do this, or not today, or I'm too tired. Tiredness tends to be an energy that these people throw at you to keep you in that state of laziness. Okay, but it's through the works that you get the success that you want. Okay, so if you're manifesting, that's great, but you need to put in the work. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this reading here, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.
Thank you for entering the Temple of Lulu Mystique. If something resonated, let it rest in your spirit. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel called, and share this with someone whose soul is ready to remember. And now, breathe with me. I am held, I am whole, I am home in my own soul. Until next time, come holy, come hood, just come real as you are. Peace.